Aloha, and welcome to part 2 of the Knuckles playthrough in Sonic 3 and Knuckles. We are now in Hydro City Act 2, and this level will have a slight difference at the very end. As it is, though, it's pretty much the same level that Sonic and Tails went through. Difference is I can climb walls. So as for Knuckles' character, his backstory, you know, he wasn't given much of a backstory in Sonic 3 and Knuckles. I think you might find something in the instruction manual. I haven't bothered to look it up, because I don't care. But in Sonic Adventure, it is a big plot point that Knuckles is the lone descendant echidna on Angel Island. He is the last of a huge tribe of echidnas whose sole duty is to guard the Master Emerald from any evil that may harm it so that it doesn't fall into the wrong hands, you know, like Dr. Eggman.
Hey guys, this is the Great Clement of 2020. I just finished the Sonic retrospective, and this video was thought lost for like the longest time, but I do have an old hard drive, and today I had to dig up some old information for something, and I actually discovered a treasure trove of some of my old videos that have since been lost to the internet. I accidentally deleted Knuckles Part 2 from the internet when I was cleaning out a whole bunch of videos from my channel, and I thought I didn't have a backup copy of this video at all. So for the longest time I left it blank. You would just go from part 1 and then there was no part 2 and you went to part 3. But I found part 2! I found part 2! So yeah, that's why this video is being re-uploaded, and Sonic retrospective is still over. Still gotta wait for the next Sonic game before I'll return to the series. This isn't a special occasion. But anywho, back to the original commentary.
Anywho, Knuckles is the last of the echidnas. I'm not sure what happened to his parents. I'm not sure if there were any other families besides his. I'm not exactly sure how he became the only one left. But he is, and Knuckles has been alone most of his life until Sonic, Eggman, and the whole gang introduced him to a whole new world of possibilities. Though after Sonic Adventure 2, Knuckles starts becoming very uncharacteristic because he doesn't guard the Master Emerald much anymore. He's always off Angel Island doing stuff like Sonic Racer, Sonic Riders, or, you know, Sonic Heroes. Like, I can understand Sonic Heroes, Eggman's threatening the world, I guess Knuckles would come along to help Sonic and whatnot, but I don't know. He should be guarding that Master Emerald, but I digress. So yeah, I don't know much about Knuckles' history other than that he's the only one of his kind on Angel Island. I don't know where his family was, or if they died, but yeah. Now we go through this wall, since in the Sonic playthrough, Knuckles had to collapse the floor and send us to the Eggman boss fight. Now this time we got more level to go through. Good God! And they got these platforms, even though you don't really need them, since Knuckles can climb walls and all. Also, I like this little part. You have to climb to the wall and then, like, fly all the way through because there's a huge row of spikes at the bottom. Yeah, that's awesome. It gives you a nice feature to glide. As always, these platforms moving left and right will crush you if you get cornered between it and a wall, so watch where you're landing, watch where you're jumping. You do not want to get crushed because getting crushed is instant kill. Alright folks, now we're at Egg Robo number 2. Again, he's using the same machine Eggman did, but he has one distinct feature that makes him harder than Eggman. He doesn't dip down when he causes the whirlpool to happen, you know? Originally, Eggman dipped down to the water, which gave you a chance to jump into him, and then he just caused water to fall. And that was a good way to jump into him, because the only other way is to ricochet off the bombs he's dropping and then fly into his cockpit, which I'm doing right now. Otherwise, it's not that much different. He doesn't dip down to create a whirlpool. Big difference, you know? Since Knuckles can glide, you can stay out of the water longer, which is good, and that way you won't be sucked in by the tornado or the whirlpool that much. So really, parts of it are easier, parts of it are harder. It's pretty much a basic boss fight. All the bosses in this game are pretty much the exact same thing as Sonic's, only, you know, slight difference that makes it slightly harder. Slightly. But a whirlpool still knocks Knuckles into the Marble Garden Zone, which, unfortunately, once again, isn't that much different except for Act 2. So, again, what you're seeing right now, we've seen before with Sonic. I swear that from from Marble Garden Zone Act 2 and onwards, a lot of the pathways are just completely different. Carnival Night is going to shock the hell out of you. But I digress. I have played every Sonic game, and so I do know a lot about stuff, you know. I own Sonic Adventure, I played the hell out of that, I know about the Knuckles tribe and such. But he was never mentioned, Knuckles' family. They never mentioned who his dad was, who his mom is. I collect all of the Sonic comics, and the Archie Sonic comics, and I got a whole collection in my room somewhere. Maybe I'll make a video and show that off. But, and yeah, he has family in those comics. He even has a daughter in, like, the future series, where, like, they go, like, Mobius 25 years in the future or some shit. So, Knuckles has a family in the comics, but in the Sega continuity, it's never been clarified if he has a dad or a mom. And then again, neither has Sonic, neither has Tails. It doesn't seem like these characters have family at all. Seriously. The only person who seems to have family in this series is Eggman, and I don't know what to make of that, but okay then. So Knuckles, I don't know what happened to his parents. If they are alive, they might be. Maybe this Sega just hasn't brought them out yet, who knows? So he might be the last Guardian of the Master Emerald, we don't know, but yeah, I'm just getting way too much on this. I just wanted to get into Knuckles' history a little bit, since I didn't talk about it in the Sonic playthrough. Since we're doing a Knuckles playthrough, why not get to know the character? Why not get to prepare him for the future 3D games that I will eventually LP? Because he's not in many of the old Sega games. Like, he's in Sonic Drift 2, he's in Sonic Triple Trouble, and that's pretty much it. Well, and Sonic Fighters and Sonic... Okay, never mind. And I'm doing a lot of games. Oh god. Why did I say I'd do the Sonic series? I've been playing Sonic Riders for you guys, because I just bought it recently. Haven't touched it before. I didn't really like Sonic Riders at first, because it takes so much getting into in order to appreciate that game. Like, when I rented Sonic Riders, I hated how the controls were, I hated how the roads turned and everything. And I know I'm getting off into a tangent about other stuff, but we have seen this level before, so cut me some slack. You're not seeing anything new. And Sonic Riders, it takes a while to get into. The sequel, Sonic Riders Zero Gravity, does not, and the sequel is a much, much, much better game. But I digress. The drill mini-boss has returned, and the difference this time is that a platform sticks up, and it's the only way to reach the machine because Knuckles can't jump high, and he only goes down slightly low this time. So that's what makes the boss fight harder this time around. You have to get on this platform in order to hit the drill, but if you hit it enough, you should take it down pretty quickly. So that's the hard part about this boss fight. Not only are you dodging spikes, but you have to dodge the platform that sticks up, as well as stand on it so you can hit the boss. And that can get a little bit annoying, but not really. I took him out quickly, as you saw. But yeah, Sonic Riders 2, that's a fantastic racing game that's easy to get into and really fun to play that anyone and your friend could play. The first Sonic Riders, you have to memorize the basics just to appreciate it. And I'm starting to appreciate it now, but I'm not going to lie, it's not a game you can just jump into, and it's not that great a game. But I'm getting into the original Sonic Riders now, having played it for a few weeks to get into it. And for the record, no, I'm not getting Super Sonic in Sonic Riders. It's not happening. I can't do those missions that good. I got all the characters. I'm gonna leave the game on for like a few hours just so I can get that other robot that you have to play 50 hours for. What a stupid unlockable stipulation. If you want to unlock this character, play the game for 50 hours. But I digress. We got 5 Chaos Emeralds, and I will see you in part 3. Toodles.